Hey everyone, my name is Matt, also known as UKAstroNut, and today is your weekly news at the end of this week on Sunday. We have four pretty interesting news stories today, a couple of them a little bit sort of fun and light, entertaining as well. So let's get started. I've got all my news stories on my lovely whiteboard here. So our first story today is Space Duck. So here I've drawn my nice little space duck here. So this is referring to the Rosetta space mission, which has been approaching the comet that it's going to land on. I did some videos on Rosetta before, so you can go check these out. And it's going to go orbit around and observe a comet, and it's going to do a land on it. And it's been getting closer and closer to this comet, and it's got quite close now. And it can take lovely pictures of it. And it approached it and took some nice photos, and it turns out that the comet doesn't look anything like what we think it would, and it actually looks a bit like a duck. So it kind of looks like a rubber duck. It's sort of one large part of the comet at the bottom and then a smaller bit on the top. Scientists kind of think that probably it's two comets, two asteroids sort of joined together and sort of fused in the centre possibly, but mainly it looks like a duck. So all these millions and millions of pounds worth of research and these incredible minds and stuff on it, and at the moment it's kind of famous for looking a bit funny. But anyway, it's really interesting. It actually brings up a lot of problems because they have to try and work out where to actually put the lander and stuff, and it's a lot more confusing. So it's interesting anyway. Second thing is that two of the most distant stars, well no, the two most distant stars that we've ever observed in our own galaxy were discovered this week. Now, these are two very, very large stars, very, very old stars that were seen right on the sort of far distant edge of our galaxy, around 400,000 light years away. So that basically means that the light that we're seeing from these stars now, when we look at them, was actually emitted 400,000 years ago. So very, very long time ago, the very beginning of humans and everything. So they're really, really interesting. They're such far distances and such old that they're really, really interesting to try and study. A third thing is name a planet. So this is a new scheme by some of the organisations that are discovering exoplanets. So exoplanets are just planets that go around stars other than our own. So normally these planets just get named by some reference number code or something, or to something to do with some code that's to do with the telescope that's actually found them. They come up with these really, really boring names and that just don't make any sense. They're just a string of numbers and letters. And they've realised this is really boring, which they are. So they're now going to ask for people to vote and suggest names that we can name these exoplanets. So we'll be seeing Planet Dave and Planet John and Planet Mary soon, I'm sure. Planet Darth Vader, all these kind of funny things, which would be interesting. At least they're a bit more easy to remember and a bit more entertaining. And finally, space food for Peake, which is the astronaut Tim Peake. So you may or may not know there's a UK astronaut that's going to go up to the International Space Station soon. It'll be the first one. And there's competition recently to try and make some space food for him. So this is some food that he can take up to the space station, he can eat there, and they'll obviously like freeze dry it and stuff, I guess, and he'll be able to store it and eat it when he's up there. So there's a competition running, and there are 5 top ones that they're going to now actually make into proper food. Some of them are quite cool. So there was a sort of an Indian dinner. One of them was an ice lolly that was made of like soup at the top, and then there was like a curry in the middle, and then at the bottom it was some dessert or something. And there was a big breakfast, lunch, and things like this. So some of them are really cool actually. And it's quite an interesting thing to see how they can actually make these food for astronauts, because obviously it probably gets quite boring up there for some time. You've only got a certain amount of food you can eat and stuff. So this is a bit more interesting anyway. So I'm sure he'll enjoy that a little bit more. So thank you very much. That was your lovely space news for this week. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and check out the rest of my videos. Leave some comments and stuff like this. Hope you enjoy, and I'll see you guys soon.